Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, it's 5 o'clock. It is our last live chat of this Monday. So I hope everybody's had a wonderful first day back day. So I know sometimes Mondays are hard. This Monday, I actually had to go for an extra cup of coffee. So we do come to you live each and every day, Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday, we start at 9 a.m. and go at 9, 11, 1, 3, and 5. Fridays, 9 and 11. So we are here for you guys each and every day to talk Luminous. And we always, always, always talk about the start, the beginning, and how to airbrush, because we know there's a lot of people out there that want to know more about Luminous, or maybe have heard about us and don't know where to start, or maybe you ordered it and then you're like, I don't know what to do with it. So we go through all of that with you. So let's look real quick at our starter kit. This is our icon. Now, we have the Icon Pro, or the Legend. And what's great about that is they're all basically operated the same way. So what I'm telling you to do for one, you're going to do for all of them, which is pretty darn cool. And they come with the makeup. So we give you the two large bottles of foundation, and they're going to be similar in color, but off a little bit, because that way you can color match and have that perfect shade match 365 days a year. And then since this is your starter kit and your first one, we want you to think of this as your practice kit. So really get in there, get working with it and playing with it, even messing up with it, because you will learn more every time you have that stylus in your hand. We also give you the bottle of Love and Blush. And our blush is super high pigmented, and we like to say our blush blooms. And so it will kind of intensify a little bit later. So you can even put the blush on first and then the foundation, and that helps blend everything. So that's what these are for, is to show you little tricks, little ways of jumping in and understanding how it works. Hello, Jane. Hey, Jeannie. How are you guys doing? I guess you're having a better luck on Facebook finding us than on. We've been having some issues on the YouTube. All right. So also we like to go over what to do when you first get it. And so you want to follow these directions right down here. And when you get it out, plug it in. And when you turn it on, there is air that comes out. And so you can kind of see that blowing my hair a little bit. And it's just a nice little kiss of air. It feels amazing. And it will give you an indication of where the makeup's going to go. So wherever you feel that air is exactly where the makeup will go. And then move that stylus around, keeping it 4-finger widths away. Get familiar with that. And then you can put water right in here and start pulling back on the trigger. All right, here we go. Hey, Patty, good to see you. Oh, Jeannie said it's much faster on Facebook. Yeah, Patty, we've been having a little difficulty with YouTube. People weren't able to find us. It was kind of crazy. All right, so I'm going to start. We actually, last hour, if you go back and search, I did my eyes with traditional eyeshadow and airbrush eyeshadow. And so if you want to go and try that out, check that out, and you can do it step by step. So pretty easy, I promise. Michelle says, I never thought of doing my blush first. Great tip. Yay. Yeah, Michelle, it really does. I mean, that's what I hear a lot is like, actually, I just talked to a lady yesterday and she was like, yeah, I just can't get the blush right. And I'm like, do the blush first. Do the blush first and you can do it, I promise. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of glow. Glow is a highlighter. So it's a true highlighter, meaning there's no shimmer. So you can highlight right underneath the eyes, which I'm going to do even down my nose a little bit, just to make my eyes pop a little bit more. And I usually like to do that first, because then when I do my foundation, I don't have to do the foundation all the way up. I'll just kind of blend that in, and I won't have to go all the way up underneath my eyes. I'm now going to take the Pearl Luminizer. I'm in love with this Pearl Luminizer. So if you want, hey Brenda, if you want that young, youthful, kind of that iridescent glow, the Pearl Luminizer is amazing. It is also great mixed in with other products. So like if you wanted to mix it in with your blush, with even a foundation, today I'm just going to add a little bit first down my nose. Can you start seeing that iridescent, like pearly? I love this look. Love it. Love it. And so I like to do that first for the same reason that I do blush, the blush first, because the blush will bloom. And this way, the luminizers don't bloom, but if you're new and maybe you get a little heavy-handed with it, you know, you can blend it with the foundation. So that's usually my go-to when I just like a more blended look. But if you're like, Heather, I can never see enough blush, then you can do your blush last and you'll have that a stronger blush. So I'm going to put a couple of drops. This is Plum Blush. And I'm going to do just a little right at the apples of my cheeks. Right there. And the trick with the blush is like get it to where you almost love it, and then you can and then stop, because when it does bloom, then you're set. You are set. All right. Let me put this lid back on. Because knowing me, I'll probably knock it over at some point. All right, putting my blush back in, and then now I'll take my, let me do this one, let's see, Mystic Shade 3. Now we know that we do have different finishes of the foundation, and so depending on what you prefer, our Silk 4-in-1 is usually my go-to. It has anti-aging properties in it. It has your moisturizer primer. It has concealer, it has foundation. So it's a little more forgiving. Mystic is more of a higher pigmentation, so it's going to give you higher coverage faster, because all of them you can receive full coverage. Like it's all full coverage. But with the Mystic, you might not have to make as many passes, because remember, you get your coverage by the passes you make, right? Or the intensity of an eyeshadow by the passes. And so when you're going in, you might not have to, with the Mystic, if you're like, no, Heather, I will like the full coverage, then you might not have to do that as much with the Mystic. So I always recommend, like if you're wanting to try a new foundation, try and get like this, or get the smaller bottles. They come in 0.25 and 0.50, and get the smaller bottles so you can check them out. All right. So I love making one pass, then looking to see if I need it anywhere else. Do a little bit between my eyes. I'm going to blow that out as well. Now, we did discuss this when I did the eyes, because what I love about Luminous, it's not all or nothing. And so you are able to do both traditional and airbrush makeup. Not just with eyeshadow, like I have traditional on the base, but in this big crease here, that's airbrush. The black is airbrush. So you are able to kind of mix it. You can mix it up, and depending on the look that you want. So if I was wanting, from this point on, I could, because I still want that shine here, I could contour with a traditional, like the Cut 1, or I could contour with the matte bronzer or things like that. But let's go ahead and I'll do a little bit of contouring. Oh, I love it. Jeannie said that the pearl makes me look like a Disney. I want to look like a Disney princess. So I'm going to add just a little bit of contouring right at the. I love that. And normally I would mix that blush and the pearl together. but I wanted to try something different. And then now, I'm going to make sure. I'm like, is that a shine or am I just hot right now? Could be a little bit of both. And then now I've actually had the Dusty Rose lip liner on pretty much all day long, and it stays. It does not go anywhere. But I just wiped it off before doing the live, so we could change it up a little bit. My stylist won't work with my makeup. Does fine with water, just not the makeup. My stylist won't work with my makeup. Does fine with water. Heather, what I would do is, hey Lauren, how are you, babe? What I would do, Heather, is, because there's no, in water, it goes right through. You still might have some buildup. Make sure everything is screwed on and nothing's loose. So if you opened up the back here, make sure this little guy is not tight, just screwed on. This is screwed on, your needle's all the way in. Make sure all of that first, and then soak him, run some hot water in a coffee mug, and then soak him where the water just comes up to about right here. Soak them like that for a little bit, because chances are you might still have some buildup in there. And then if that doesn't work, I would call customer service and let them talk you through it. Say, hey, I've already cleaned it. I've done this, this, and this, and see what else they suggest or what they can do. I've had that happen maybe once or twice. And usually it is because there's still some buildup in there. Right in here, like if I took this off, there's a little nozzle in here, and sometimes that can get some buildup. That's why I'm saying soak it and then blow some alcohol through it or Tip Top cleaner through it. I'm just going to put some more mascara on the bottom lash. Has everybody had a great Monday? Yes, no, maybe. And then now I'm like, what do I want to use now? I think I'll go ahead and use this one, but I'm going to put a little bit of Dusty Rose back on. And I love this because it's very neutral. Yeah, Heather, let me know, but I definitely call customer service because they will, they'll definitely help you. All right, this is Merengue. I feel I have like dramatic eyes. I need a neutral lip because I have a bright jacket on. Oh, yay, day off. And I love this stuff. The lip vinyls are so creamy, so pigmented. They last. You don't always need lip liner with it because it does, like it stays on. So they're pretty amazing. If you don't have one of our lip liners, I definitely would recommend either the Ballet Pink or the Merengue. Those are pretty much, I have those in my bag all the time. All the time. So there you go, guys. Whew, there we go for a Monday. Hey, we're going to be back with you tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. So I hope to see everybody at least at some point, right? But we are on Facebook every hour or at 5 on Monday through Thursday, and then at 11 on Friday. So if you're sticking to Facebook, know that we're there at those times, and then come join us on YouTube as well. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.